Good evening, everyone. My name is Anup Shahi, and I'm a student with University of New England. And today I'm recording this video to demonstrate the assignment project, and it goes like this. Um, Let me start with the flowchart of how the work flows in my project. So it starts with an empty board. So the project starts with an empty board, which is 3 by 3 grid display. So each player takes a turn to put their marks on the board. So player X goes first, and if player X manages to get the line straight, either horizontal or vertical or diagonal, that player X wins the game. And similarly if player O manages to get the line straight, then player O wins the game. And if none of the player gets the line straight, and if all the grids are filled, which is um, if all the grids are filled, then the game ends as a tie, like this. So I'll go back to my code. So in this, we have declared some global variables, jpanels, jbuttons, also the timer to start the time when the player clicks on the board. We have dimensions, which displays the width and height of the object. Um, we have declared and initialized non-clicks. So this checks how many times the board is clicked. The marks. Every time you click, the non-clicks increase, and if it reaches 9, then then all the grids are filled, and the game ends as a tie. Yeah. So time lapse. This starts after the game is started, and we have a for loop which increments from 0 until the number of rows of the button array is met. Similarly, we have another loop for j. This one too, like, starts from 0 and increments until the button array of each row is met. Um, we have set the properties for j button to dimensional array, and we have added the panel for it. Similarly, we set the properties for main panel and added components to it. Set properties for J frame, and finally we have called in the action perform method, which takes in parameter action event E. So in this we create a loop that starts with 0 and increments until the array is met. And if the user clicks on any button, then it starts the timer, and the num clicks will increment by 1. And if num clicks is even, then the icon is set to image O, and it removes the action listener. Similarly, if the click is odd, then we know it's the player X, and the action listener is removed. Um, so after this we have the algorithm to check the combination. So this one checks whether the player O has managed to get the straight line. So if it does manage to get the straight line, then it stops the timer and it displays player O as the winner, and the play again method is called. Similarly, if X manages Similarly, in this algorithm, it checks whether the X got straight line or not, and if it did get a straight line, then it stops the timer again and displays X as a winner, and play again method is called. If none of the player manages to get the straight line, and if the num clicks uh, is equivalent to 9, then it stops the timer again, and the game tie message is displayed, and again the play again method is called. So once the play again method is called, it will give user yes or no options. If the user press yes option, then it will like dispose the old game and loads the new tic-tac-toe game, calls in the tic-tac-toe method and loads the new game. If the user press no option, then the game will get disposed. Let me start the game. So the game window is, we have the title and it's 3x3 grid display. We have time lapse, but the time will only start after we press on the grid. So the play X starts first. X, O, X, O, X. So player X wins the game because it manages to get the straight diagonal line. So after this, it will ask if you want to play the game again. So if you play yes, it will dispose the old one and gets the new window. So let's get player O to win this time. Mm. Alright, so the player O wins the game. So it displays the same and the time is stopped. And yes, so let's make it tie. Mm. X, X. Alright, so if none of the player manages to get the straight line, the game ends as a tie. And we have a simple tie symbol too added to this panel. So if you want to play again yes, then the game will start. If we press no, then the game will get disposed. So overall, tic-tac-toe is simple yet very popular game, and um, I think that's all for me. Thank you. I hope everyone have a good day. Thanks.